ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Clemson Tigers facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Formation for these receivers. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference. Being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the move at the 30. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for...
Got it! Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought... Bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. It couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 45, on his way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pressure coming. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Loss of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. On the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Quarterback keeper. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And they will score. Touchdown Illini.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprising. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Looking left. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this 1st period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the 1st.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being active.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the move. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Coming after it. Turns it loose. Brings it down on the right side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Illinois!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he added the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
They run the reverse. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I like how creative this offense is being. They're trying to get this receiver out into space using the jet sweep here down in the red zone. Good call.
After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Wants to throw on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Wake Forest is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Tulane. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
He wants to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Tripped up for the tackle.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Keeps looking downfield. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the 2nd half underway. catch called for and made. The Illinois offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Clemson. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Illinois 21.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Makes his connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field, but how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game, because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll throw it on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Going up top on first down. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Illini. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
At the 35, he's got room. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. From the 30-yard line on first down. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And that defense is there to guide it. For a short gain.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Third down play from the gun. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Illinois! And the defense doing work.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. West Virginia has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Scrambling away. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go with a direct snap. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
After the run, now to throw. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier in bounds.
Motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Returns to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The give to the back. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. At midfield, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a 2nd down play. Calls his own number. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
But he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Illinois lining up quickly. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese.